bong, hoppa, hey-daddy-doo. Bing bong, tick-tock, bee-ba-boom. Flip-flop, up-up, wee-bye-loo. Boppity-boppity, romper room. Hey, diddle-diddle-diddle, dum-diddy-doo. You-be-doo-be, boo-boo-boo. Ding-dong, hop-up, hey-daddy-doo. Tip-tap, pitter-pat, gray-cat-doo. Rudy-toot, kimble, loopy-loo. Boppity-boppity, romper room. Romper room and friends.
Good morning, Romper Room friends. How are you today? You feeling all right at your house today? Well, good. Everybody at home looks good. How's everybody here today? You fine? Fit as a fiddle and ready for fun? I hope so. How are you, Doobie? Doobie, you feeling great today? I'm glad. You know what we're going to talk about? You know, later. The friends at home can hear. No! If everyone would close their mouths for just a second and listen and be good listeners. Aaron, please don't do that. Everyone, if you would be very good listeners, I'll be glad to tell you what we're going to do today. Right. We're going to talk about flowers and trees and forestry this week. All of those things outside in nature. You like trees? Trees are very pretty, aren't they? And let's see, what else are we going to do today? 1 second, hold on a second, gang. Let me tell you what we're going to do. Everybody's very talkative today. What did we talk about before Romper Room? Didn't I tell you if you wanted to talk to me, you raise your hand and I'll call on you, okay? You have to wait 1 second first so I can tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to dance with Doobie, of course. We're going to play a little volleyball. We're going to talk about trees, talk about soil. We're going to play Little Brown Bear and Flopsy-Flop and sing our alphabet song and play with our exercise ball and swing our arms. We're going to sing the Romper Room alphabet song. Do you know how to play Doobie Says? If Doobie says to do something, what do you do? And if Doobie doesn't say to do it, you don't do it. Doobie says, Zachary, put your shirt down. Nick, Zachary, right? Alexander. Excuse me. Doobie says, Alexander, put your shirt down. Doobie says, clap your hands. Doobie says, pat your knees. Doobie says, pat your shoulders. Pat your tummy. Sarah, why are you still patting your shoulders? Why? Because Doobie didn't say. You were right. Don't get shy. You were right. You were absolutely correct. That's right. You were correct, too. Good for you, Mitchell. Doobie says, put your hands down. Doobie says, put your hands in the air. Wiggle them. You're not wiggling your hands, Marcy. Oh, okay. Well, put your hands down then. No? Why not? You're sure? Well, okay. Now you can put them down. We'll do something else. I can't fool you a bit, can I? Doobie says, put your hands down. Doobie says, wiggle your right foot. Doobie says, wiggle your other foot. Doobie says, jump up and down. Stop. Stop. Stop, Wendy, you're going to get tired. Stop. Brendan, stop. Stop. Please stop. Doobie says, stop. Good for you. Doobie says, Jason, I told you could hold the flag. You go get the flag. Everyone else come over here and stand by me, please. And turn around. Look at the door. Right there. It's right over your head. That's it. Where does that belong? You don't know. You stand right over here, Jason. You do. Hold the flag in your left hand, your other hand, hon. That's it. Put your right hand down at your side. Turn this way. Put your feet together. Stand at attention. Good man. Everybody, let me see your right hand. Later. Nope, other one, Andrew. Put your right hand over your heart. Other hand, Brandon, other hand. There you go. Right hand, Janice. This is your right hand. Put your left hand down. That's it. Put your right hand over your heart. Put your right hand over your heart. Other hand. That's it. Put your right hand. Right hand. Turn around, Aaron. Put your right hand over your heart. Come on, Mitchell. That's your right hand. No, your other hand. You were right before. That's it. All right, now turn around. Put your left hand down. Put your right hand over your heart. Look at the flag and say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very good. Can you put the flag back, please? Later. 1 second, gang. Everybody. Quiet down for a second and sit down. Sit down, please. We're going to see our friend Uppa, who's about to see some nuts and trees, I think.
Is he going to come in?
Let's
Ready? I've decided to be a builder. I'm going to build a new apartment house, and then next to that, I'm going to build a new office, and then next to that, I'm going to put a couple of movie theaters, and then a parking lot, and then all sorts of stuff, and over there...
Wait a minute, Uppa.
Yeah?
There are beautiful trees right over there. Right where you want to build. That's a park, and there's not many of them left in the city.
Granny, park schmark! I'm talking about progress. Oh, there's no room for trees in the city.
Oh, since when?
Oh, buildings are what cities are all about. What use are trees in a city? Trees should stay in the forest where they belong.
Up. May I ask you a question?
Of course, Granny, but make it quick. I got a lot of buildings to put up.
Do you enjoy breathing clean air?
Oh, of course I do. But it stinks around here. Ugh.
Do you know that trees help you breathe?
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Trees give us clean air, and one of the ways they do this is by absorbing the different dirt in the city air and cleaning it up for us.
Well, that's real nice of them, but I don't really...
And another thing, they give us shade. And in the summer, they keep us cooler. And they're very beautiful to look at.
Oh, Granny, you're making your point, but I'm not sold. I mean, I still think we should cut them down. Yeah, make room for more apartment houses. People need places to live.
Well, so do animals. Trees clean the air, keep you cool, give animals a place to live, and make the city beautiful.
Granny! I have an idea how to make lots of money. Keep the trees and build houses, too.
What's that, Uppa?
Can't you guess? I'll build tree houses.
Romper Room friends will return after these messages.
For a fun-filled, carefree day, visit me at the wonderful land of make-believe, where kids like you can experience the Dixie Car Jump Ride, or challenge the cargo nets, and romp in the ball crawl. Come visit me here at the land of make-believe and ride my airplanes or old frontier train. We have it all for you. A full-size kids amusement park. The land of make-believe, Hope, New Jersey. Take Route 80 to exit 12. The parking is free and the admission is low in the land of make-believe. Uh-oh.
Hey, look! The troll stole all the marshmallows out of S'mores Crunch cereal!
I'll get the marshmallows back. And make them even better.
Wow! Star marshmallows!
Something new in S'mores Crunch with chocolatey grains. A magical part of this nutritious breakfast. S'mores Crunch cereal with new marshmallow stars.
A glow-in-the-dark star you can put your name on free with 2 proofs to purchase. Details on boxes of S'mores Crunch.
I wish I could play like the other kids, but I have asthma. I'm afraid if I play, I'll get breathless.
It's a bird! It's a plane! Superman!
Kids with asthma don't have to sit out the good times. Now there's a fun self-help kit from the American Lung Association called Super Stuff. Every Super Stuff kit full of games and puzzles comes with information that helps kids and parents learn about asthma. Follow your doctor's orders and get some coaching from Super Stuff.
Contact your American Lung Association.
The bakers are here.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon and sugar, we're baking up a bunch. We're cinnamon and sugar shakers.
The bakers.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch bakers. We make Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal taste,
Like homemade.
part of this nutritious breakfast.
Less sugar than I thought.
Making homemade taste.
I like it.
Into Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We now return to Romper Room Friends.
We're going to dance with Doobie. Doobie, why do you have your hand in the air? Oh, you wanted to tell me something. Good for you, Doobie. I'm very proud of you. What do you want to tell us? Doobie looks like a tree. You're a tree? Oh. Well, I should be very nice to you, shouldn't I? Should you shake a tree? No. Should you go up and tear off a branch from the tree? No, that would hurt the tree, wouldn't it? Should you climb a tree? That's dangerous. Maybe, if you're very careful, there might be able to hang a swing from a tree, but you don't want to hurt the trees, do you? Yes, Jason. Monkeys, that's true, but the monkeys are lighter than we are, aren't they? And they can climb in trees, and they have special parts in their body to help them. They have long, curly tails that they can hang from the trees, right, Doobie? So we should be extra Sarah, you want to tell us something? Oh, okay. Okay, can you wait until afterwards, please? Because I want you to hear Doobie's message. If you missed Doobie's message, then on Thursday when we say, does anybody remember Doobie's message, you won't remember, right? So I want you to remember. What does Doobie want us to do? Doobie wants us to be nice to trees. Maybe if you have some trees in your yard and it's a very, very hot day, maybe you could water the trees. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe you could use a hose or a bucket of water. Yes, Sarah? There's a good idea. You could rest under the tree in the shade. That's a great idea. Should you go under a tree in a thunderstorm? Very dangerous, isn't it? That's very dangerous. That's right. It could be very, very dangerous. That's right. What were you... You are. Good for you. What were you going to say to me, Jason? Oh, well, sometimes that happens, so you have to stay away from them and then. Are you ready to dance with me? Yes. Are you ready to dance with Doobie? Clap your hands. Kick your feet. See if we can dance. He's Doobie. Dancing, he's trotting and a-prancing. You know, people thought there'd never be so much fun inside of me. He's Doobie. Dancing, he's trotting and a-prancing. He may not look the dancing type. If you want to spin, go ahead. Twist it, go soft, you twist a boogaloo. Ballet starts his heart to beat. He loves to move his fuzzy feet. The music starts to play, and we begin to sway. Can you sway for me? Sway your arms. That's it. Spin around. Pick your feet. Clap your hands. There you go. If you feel like dancing, don't worry what you're thinking. It doesn't matter who you are. Anyone can be a star. With disco soft to twist a boogaloo. Ballet starts his heart to beat. He loves to move his good dancers. You look like you've done this before. You stopped like that, just like the freeze game. Just like the freeze game. Everybody, why don't you sit down for a second? I want to show you something. We're talking about trees and flowers. Do you ever look at the trees and see that it has different parts? You ever look at a tree? Do you ever see how many different kinds of trees there are? There are lots of, all kinds of different trees. Well, sometimes trees have needles on them. Those are pine trees. Let's take a look at a picture of a tree. Let's see what kind of tree this is. Actually, there are several trees. There are several trees, and the trees we're about to see are called white pine trees. Have you ever seen a white pine tree?
No.
A pine tree has needles. In a minute, it has needles. A white pine tree has needles on it, and they're very, very tall. They're very tall. I've just been told that we can't find the pine tree, so let's look at another one. That's an ash tree. An ash tree, lots of times there are trees that are near buildings, aren't there? And there are trees that are near houses, or there are trees just in the forest. Now, this type of tree has leaves. That has big leaves, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now, there are also trees that have fruit on them. Have you ever seen an orange tree?
Yes.
Did you know the tree that...
I went to Miami Beach once and I saw on my way there.
You saw an orange tree. Well, let's see if we can see a picture of an orange tree.
From where we were on my way.
You were on your way. Did you see the oranges on it?
Yes.
They all grow together in an orchard. In an orchard. Yes, Sarah?
I went to the beach one time.
When you were at the... From a coconut tree. From a palm tree that has coconuts in it. Did we lose the orange tree, too? Let's see what other kind of picture we have. Do we have any other pictures? Oh, that's what happens in the fall. You see that picture? What happens to trees in the fall? In the fall, the trees turn color and the leaves start to fall, don't they? The leaves start to fall.
From the winter, the leaves start to fall and they start to just...
Now, does the tree die in the wintertime? No, it just kind of goes to sleep. It's called it's dormant, but it's still alive. It's still alive. Let's see another picture. What picture do we... Oh, look at that. That's the branch. That's a branch of a tree. And that's the branch of a hemlock tree. And you see, all trees have branches, don't they?
Yeah.
All the trees have branches, but different types of trees have different types of branches and different types of leaves. Now, look at what I have. What is this? It is wood, isn't it? From a tree. And this is, if someone had taken a tree trunk and sliced it, this is what you would see. But you see all these rings? That's each year as the tree grows. More rings go on it. See? Can you see this? Can the friends at home see it? See? All those rings. Each one is another year. And then on the end here, this is the bark. Look how many layers of bark there are. This must have been a pretty old tree. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 layers of bark. Just bark on there. That's a lot. So the next time you see a tree, what are you going to look for? You can look for the bark. You can look to see if it has any flowers on it, or if it has any fruit on it, or if it has different types of branches.
Once my mother told me about where grapes grow on it, and they grow on
Grapes grow on vines. You're right. You're right, Beth. Would you like to go outside and play volleyball with Doobie? I think I'd like to do that. Come on outside, everybody. Ooh, I've got tree bark on my skirt. Let's take this over here, and we'll put this back on the shelf. Go through the door. And we have our volleyball net. Come on in, everybody. We'll make a couple teams. We'll make 2 teams. Come on in. Doobie, you go on the other side, please. All right. I'll close the door. That's good. 3 of you. Or the 4 of you. All right, fine. Here, Farrah, you move back this way. You stand right here, Jason. Beth, you move over here. That's a good spot, Aaron. You stand there, and Janice, you stand right there. And Mitchell, you stand here, and you stand right there, Wendy, and you bring up the rear, Doobie. Okay? Now, each of us has our own special place in line. And if the balloon comes to Jason, Aaron, you're not going to run over and get it, right? Just as if the balloon goes to Aaron, Jason, you're not going to run over and get it. Same thing on your team. And the other thing to remember is always watch the balloon. Everybody look at the balloon at your house. See if you can play with us. You can practice by hitting it back and forth. Everybody watch the balloon. Are you ready? Here we go. That's it. There you go. Jason, get back to your space. Don't catch it, though. Try and hit it this time, all right? That's it. All right, Mitchell. There you go, Farrah. Don't catch it, Janice. Hit it. That's it, Beth. There you go. That went pretty far, didn't it? Everybody on your team, move back a little bit so that there's room, okay? That's good. There you go, Farrah. That's it. That's it. Don't catch it, Janice. Hit it. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get this back together. We're playing over here by the hill rather than playing by the net. We're playing on the hill. We're not supposed to play on the hill. We're supposed to play on the net. Yes, Jason. That's what Doobie was telling Janice not to catch it, to hit it. Right? Okay. There you go. Hit it, Jason. Try it again, buddy. There you go. That's it. Hit it, Farrah. Hit it, Beth. All right. Now, what we have to try to do is remember to share. We're not sharing very well. Come on over here, Farrah. Everybody's trying to hit it at the same time. Let someone else have a turn. The person that the balloon goes towards, that's the person who gets to hit it. And I'll help you by calling out your name. If I don't call out your name, don't try and hit it. Understand? Okay. There you go, Janice. Hit it. That's it. Go ahead, Wendy. Try it again. Back this way. Hit it again. Doobie. Mitchell. Hit it. That's it. There you go, Aaron. That's it, Wendy. There you go, Farrah. Whoa, Jason. That's it. Hit it over. That's it, Mitchell. Hit it, Jason. Mitchell and Wendy. Whoa, it went to the wrong way. Let's try that again. Wendy. There you go. Hit it, Aaron. Ooh, that was a good shot. You both hit it at the same time. Just like a real volley. Just like a real volleyball game. Hit it, Farrah. That's it, Jason. Farrah. Aaron, Wendy, Beth. Beth. There you go. Try it again, Beth. Is your name Beth? I thought your name was Mitchell. Wait until I call out your names, okay? Good man. I know, but I call out Beth's name. You're right next to each other. She's been trying and hasn't had a chance to hit it. You ready, Beth? There, hit it, Janice. Hit it over. All right, Mitchell, you ready? Here it comes. Good man. Aaron. That's it. Hit it again, Aaron. Hit it, Beth. There you go, Wendy. Hit it, Mitchell. Hit it, Janice. What? Oh. Is your name Janice? I thought your name was Doobie. Reflex reaction. Don't worry about it, Doobie. You did great. Everybody played great. Were you hitting it back and forth at your house? I hope so. We're going to go away for just a moment, and when we come back to Romper Room, we're going to learn about soil.
Romper Room friends will return after these messages. Mary Beth's sister is sick. She's an alcoholic. Mary Beth says that means she drinks alcohol. And Mary Beth's sister's friend takes pills, too. My brother says alcohol's a drug and it's bad for you. Sometimes big kids hang around the playground. They're always asking us little kids to try stuff. Do you tell? Should I? Always tell. Most tooth decay and gum disease are caused by plaque, an invisible film of bacteria that sticks to teeth. Your dentist will show you a new way to make plaque easy to see, so you can use dental floss between the teeth and a soft bristle brush to clean the teeth every day. Now the plaque is gone, and your teeth and gums will stay healthier much longer. This message has been brought to you by your local dental society. We now return to Romper Room Friends.
Hi, friends. Outside, if things are going to grow, let's see, flowers, trees, bushes, vines, if they're going to grow, what do they need to grow in?
Poetry or flower.
Excuse me. I'm very sorry. I must be allergic to these leaves. What are they going to grow in?
To a flower or a tree.
But do they just lay on top of the ground?
No.
What are they in?
A tree.
What do you plant them in?
Soil.
Soil. You plant them in soil. Look.
Or a pot.
This. Why do you have to sneeze too?
Oh, this, I can't smell it.
Oh, well, that's all right. Just put your hand down and you'll be fine. It's okay. Look at this. This is soil. But, you know, soil is made of a lot of different things. There's sand in there, and there's little rocks in there, and there's dirt. But where does the dirt come from? Is it always there? Well, maybe, but where does the sand come from? Sometimes it comes from the beach, but underneath the ground, if you were to dig way, way, way down in the ground, you know what you'd find?
Water.
Find rocks. You'd find rocks. Underneath the ground, there are rocks.
If you dig a lot, you would get water. If you dig so much, you would get it.
You know, that's true. Sometimes you can dig all the way through and you'll find water. That's true. That maybe where a well
And
is.
if you dig too much, you'll find your volcano.
That's all the way down to the center of the earth. It's very, very hot. That's true. You're right.
Or you can find the buried treasure.
Yeah, I hope so. I certainly hope so. So if you dig down, you're going to find rocks. And on top of the rocks, then, are pieces of rock that have broken up, that are a little bit smaller. You see these? These have broken apart. And when they break apart a lot, they turn into sand. And you can see just this little bit down here, just that little bit, when it breaks up a lot, it's sand. Then, on top of that, is the soil. See, we can put some more of this in. Some more of the little ones. What it does is it makes layers. And then on top of that is the soil. And in the soil, there's sand and rocks. But then, there's something else on top of the soil. Do you know what that is? It's called humus. And what it is, look at these. These are leaves, but they're really breaking apart, aren't they?
Yes, and they look ooh.
They do. They look kind of ooh, don't they? Just kind of, But if you look at some of these leaves, everybody, would you sit all the way down so the friends at home can see too? Let me see if I can find, look at this leaf. It has holes in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's because there are animals and bugs and tiny little things that eat the leaves, and they do what is called, they decompose them. See how many holes are in there? So it doesn't even look like a leaf anymore. It's starting to decompose. Can you say decompose? Look at this one. And if you look at the outside, as it's decomposing, it starts to look like dirt, doesn't it? When it breaks up, it's soil. So on top of the humus, then, what do you think you find there?
Leaves.
Drier leaves, because outside the leaves fall off the trees, don't they?
Yeah.
And when they land on the ground, they're dry. But they haven't started to break up yet.
Yeah.
Well, if you pile all these leaves on top of each other, underneath will be the part where it starts to decompose. And when that breaks up, that gets smaller and smaller until it looks like soil. So the soil in the middle is the mixture of the rocks and the sand breaking up and the leaves breaking up on top of it. And when you mix that all together, you get good soil. So all the soil that's out there is from millions and millions and millions of years of leaves and maybe little animals and twigs and anything that falls on the ground breaking up and decomposing. And you know what this is called on the top? It's called litter. But is it the kind of litter that's paper litter?
No.
No. You shouldn't put paper litter on top of that, should you? Because the leaves will decompose, will break apart, but will the paper?
No.
No, it just stays there, and then it's really litter, and it doesn't look very nice, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't look very nice at all. So maybe next time you're out in the garden and you're digging around the soil with the grown-up, you can see if you can find all the different parts of soil. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All righty. Let's go over to our magic board. Come on over here, because a couple weeks ago we talked about flowers, didn't we? We talked about insects, and we talked about our garden, and some of our friends sent me pictures, which we're going to show later, for the Romper Room garden. Why don't you all stand over here, and we're going to see our word for the week again. Stand over here a second, and look up. Stand over here, please, Aaron. That's it. See the word Romper Room garden. How do you spell Romper Room? What does it begin with? R. R-O-M-P-E-R. R-O-O-M. And what does garden begin with? G-A-R-D-E-N. Romper Room garden. Maybe you could draw me a picture and send it here for our Romper Room garden. Would you do that? Send me a flower to Romper Room and Friends, Post Office Box 9, Secaucus, New Jersey, 07094. But don't do it right now, because how'd I know they'd be knocking on the door? I knew you were going to knock on my door. Come on in, everybody. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Come on in. Everybody move back and give room. Give room. And I'll close the... Oh! Doobie, I wouldn't close the door on you. Come on in here. Do you know how to play Little Brown Bear? Doobie, we'll let you start. Doobie, you go over there. Everybody let Doobie alone, please. And let's move these down a little bit, Doobie, so we have some more room. All right? Doobie's going to be the Little Brown Bear. Do you know how to play this, Doobie? You stand right here, Doobie. You stand over here. Everybody else stand behind the blocks. Stand behind the blocks. Not relay races. I'm going to explain. Everybody stand behind the blocks. Put your shirt down. Stand behind the blocks. Move back a little, Winnie. Leave room, please. There you go. Now, we're on one side of the forest, and the Little Brown Bear's on the other side of the forest. And when the music starts, we have to try and get to this side of the forest without the Little Brown Bear tagging us. And the Little Brown Bear is supposed to tag as many of us as you can before the music stops. And then when the music stops, all of those Little Brown Bears will help you until there's only one person left. Okay? Put your shirt down, please. Okay, ready, Mr. Music. Okay, come on over here. Get as many as you can. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My goodness. No, they were touched after the music. No, the music stopped. So Sarah and Marcy and I, we haven't been caught yet. Everybody else that Doobie touched, stay over here. If Doobie didn't touch you, come on over with us.
Doobie didn't touch me.
Doobie didn't touch you?
I was right behind him.
You were right behind him? All right, now, every one of you, you're over there. Go ahead over there. Every one of you is now one of Doobie's helpers, and you have to touch as many people as you can. Well, then what are you doing over there? Come on back over here with us. You have to try and tag as many of us as you can. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, come on over here. Everybody who was touched, come on over here. Everybody who wasn't touched, go back over here. You were touched, go over there. No, we weren't touched. Everybody.
I got to the fire. I got to the other
You weren't?
side.
Okay. Anybody, was anyone here tagged? No. You were tagged, Janice? Go over there. Who'd you tag? Okay, Sarah, go ahead over there. Who else did you tag? Did you get tagged? Anybody else tag anybody over here? Okay. That's okay.
Did you text me?
Everybody got touched that time. Anybody could have touched you, any of the helpers. You just got touched.
I got touched.
That was great. You did wonderfully. Everybody did very well. Did you get touched at your house? We're going to go away for just a moment, and when we cut back to Romper Room, we're going to play Flopsy Flop. It's okay, I'll tell you.
Romper Room friends will return after these messages.
Ho, 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 ho! Come visit me this summer at the Land of Make-Believe. You can see me at the North Pole right here in Santa's barn. Go through the magic fireplace, and I'll be waiting there to see you. There's lots of rides and attractions at the Land of Make-Believe. You'll love my pizza and ice cream shops. The Land of Make-Believe is a children's paradise, so don't miss me and my friends this summer at the Land of Make-Believe, Hope, New Jersey.
I'm going to take care of the rabbit. I want to do it. I got here first. Keith or Sel were both supposed to feed it. We can both do it. Let's go. You let go.
What would you do?
Listen, you feed, I water. Okay.
When two people want to do the same thing, one idea is divide the job and each do part of it.
But tomorrow, you feed and I'll water. Deal.
And that's a good way to share.
We now return to Romper Room friends.
Do you know how to play Flopsy Flop at your house?
No.
No? Well, I'll teach you. Put your hands up and wiggle your fingers. And you say, let's flopsy our fingers, let's flopsy our hands, let's flopsy our arms like rubber bands. We'll try it once. Let's flopsy our fingers, let's flopsy our hands, let's flopsy our arms like rubber bands. Let's flopsy our heads, let our legs flopsy too, like flopsy flop ragdolls, I'll flop down with you. Did you flop? You liked that, didn't you, Alexander? You did a spinning flop, Andrew. Would you like to try it again? Yes? All righty. Let's see if you can try it at your house. Wiggle your fingers. Let's flopsy our fingers, let's flopsy our hands, let's flopsy our arms like rubber bands. Let's flopsy our heads, let our legs flopsy too, like flopsy flop ragdolls, I'll flop down with you. That was quite a, be careful, watch out for each other. All right, everybody stay where you are and just sit down. Sit and relax. Sit and relax. No, I want you to sit on the carpeting where it's soft. Well, you flopped over there, that's why. Let's see, what is this? That's an A. And that's a B. Let's see if we can open the book and let's find a letter. Let's find there's a letter M. What begins with the letter M? Monkey. And mother. Yes, Marcy. Marcia. What pictures do you see here? What is this? What is this? A moose. Miss Molly begins with M. What is that? What's that? The moon. What is this? A mailbox. And mushrooms. A mallet. A mouse. And a microphone. A mountain, you're right. And a man. Would you sit all the way down, please? Thank you. That's a man. Begins with an M. A moose. It's a moose. That's a moose. What's this? It's a moth. It's a moth. Me begins with M. Let's find another letter. How about Q? What begins with Q? Queen. Do you know what these four musicians are called? A quartet. There's a quartet, and you're right, a quarter begins with Q. Quiet. How about a quarterback? That's the quarterback. How about a question? How about, you're shaking, you quiver. You quiver. What does the alphabet begin with? A. What does the alphabet end with? Z. Does the alphabet get you anything you can eat? Bet you any letters a treat? Can you sing with me? Alphabet, you think it's fun. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. What's this? Albert ate an apple. Betty bit a bun. Carrie chewed a carrot. Daddy sewed a stone. Eddie eats Easter eggs. Hello, like fish a lot. Gracie gobbles grapes. Harry's ham is hot. Alphabet, you think it's easy. Alphabet, you think it's fun. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. What's next? What's that? Wait, right there. Irene's into ice cream. Jackie juggles jam. Katie keeps ketchup. Lucy loves lamb. Masha munches macaroons and noodles and meat. Oscar orders oranges, picks and peas for tea. Alphabet, you think it's easy. Want to clap your hands? Go ahead. Bet you think it's fun. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. What's next? What's this? It's a Q. Queenie quacks for quails. Raspberries are ripe. Sammy saved the soup. Tina's the tofu type. Upside down cakes are for Ursula. Vanilla is for Vic. Wendy wants her waffles. Extra thick. Yams are for Yolanda. Zucchini is for Zoe. It's good to know your alphabet. The more you eat, the more you grow. Alphabet, you think it's easy. Alphabet, you think it's fun. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. The alphabet, you get you anything you can eat. Bet you every letter's a treat. Maybe you could pretend to be different things that begin with different letters. Are you good at pretending? I bet Granny and Up are good at pretending. Whatever you want to be, wherever you want to go, you can become what you think of all you know. Stand up tall like an ice cream cone with a cherry in your hair. Pretending, you know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true.
Wave your arms and run in a circle. You're a bird up in the air. Pretending, you know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true. Whatever you wanna be, wherever you wanna go, you can become what you think of all you know. like a fish to the bottom of the sea. It's slow motion everywhere. Pretending. You know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true. Pretending. You know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true. Pretending. You know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true. Pretending. You know it's something anybody can do. It's your dream come true.
Romper Room friends will return after these messages.
Lucky's cornered.
We'll get his Lucky Charms this time.
Time? That's it. I'll make a time tunnel and go back in time with me Lucky Charms. A crunchy oat cereal with a rainbow of marshmallow surprises. Pink heart, orange stars, yellow moon, green clovers, blue diamonds, and purple horseshoes. Time sure fly. Yikes! Ouch! Ouch! Guess the time ran out. Frosted Lucky Charms, a historic part of this nutritious breakfast.
Ooga mega mega diga.
Yes, I Can is a program sponsored by the Foundation for Exceptional Children to encourage young people with disabilities to do their personal best. Children with handicaps work harder for smaller accomplishments. When they succeed, they deserve recognition. So we honor them by sending them a certificate of accomplishment. We hear about these young people in letters from teachers, friends, and families all over the country, like the teacher who wrote us about her student who was deaf, who organized a community cleanup, and the teenager who told us how his friend in a wheelchair taught him how to fish, and the proud grandmother who wrote about her grandson who is mentally retarded. He takes beautiful photographs.
I'm Scott Hamilton for the Foundation for Exceptional Children. If you've been inspired by an exceptional young person 2 to 21, write us so we can send a certificate to encourage each one of them to say,
Write the Foundation for Exceptional Children, Department T, Reston, Virginia 22091.
This summer, tell someone you'll hire. Give a young person a summer job. Summer Jobs 87. Remember your first break?
We now return to Romper Room friends.
We have our exercise balls, friends. Maybe you could use a balloon at your house. See if you can maybe tie a rubber band to the end of a balloon, or you can just throw the balloon in the air. If you have one of these, you can hit it back and forth. Scooby, they're hitting into each other. See if you can hit them into the air. Can you hit them into the air? Can you hit them down to the ground? That's it, Jason. Can you hit them out to the side? How about if you use your hand that you don't use very often? You can use your other hand. I don't use my left hand very often, so that's why I'm trying it. The other thing you can do is you can pretend. Can you pretend you have one? See if you can pretend you have one with us. How many times can you hit it? 31 and 100. That's a long time, Farrah. You can hit it in the air, and you can hit it down to the ground. Switch arms, because then when one arm gets tired, you can hit it with the other arm. I saw that. Hold on to the string. There's an idea, Wendy. You could spin it, but make sure there's no one near you. I don't want anybody getting bumped in the head. No, you don't hit each other with them. Nope, that's not what they're for. When you spin it, it gets stuck on it. It kind of gets twisted, and then you have to hold it and let it untwist. You can bounce it off the ground if you'd like. Well, you can untwist it then. And then hit it back up into the air. Whoops, try and hold on to the string. You can hit it back and forth off of your other hand. Hit it off of your other hand. That's it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put ours away, and we're going to go see Up Up. And Up is about to see a burnt forest?
Up here in the Cleveland National Forest in California. Gee, looks like there's been a fire here. Yep, there sure has. You know what? This fire was started on purpose. On purpose. The forest rangers started this fire because they know that sometimes a fire can be helpful in the forest. Yeah. Now, there's a kind of a bush back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's called a chaparral. Can you say that? Chaparral? Chaparrals are really good bushes to have in forests, but they're kind of different from other kinds of plants. Oh, they grow from seeds, you know, like trees and other kinds of bushes, but they have very hard seeds, and it has to be very hot before the seed will crack and the bush will grow. So the rangers spread out the chaparral seeds, and they start a little fire. Now, this fire makes it hot enough for the chaparral seeds to crack, and then the plants can grow, just the way they're supposed to. You know, fires are helpful in other ways, too. Sometimes in the forest, there are too many little bushes on the ground and too many weeds and too many things like that, and it's hard for animals to find their food. It's also hard for the good, healthy plants to grow properly. So, sometimes the forest rangers will start a little fire to burn away parts of these plants and parts of these extra little weeds and things that aren't good for the forest. And then the animals can come back and they can find their food, and the trees can grow properly, and the good plants can grow. That's why a ranger might start a fire in the forest. Now, of course, you know you should never, ever fool around with fire. Never, ever. As a matter of fact, I don't even cook my popcorn unless there's a grown-up around, because I don't want to get burned. You crazy? No, I don't want to get burned. And you should never start a fire either. Never, ever. Only grown-ups can work with fire. Well, I sure am glad you came with me to the Cleveland National Forest today. I'll see you back in Romper Room. Bye!
Hi, friends. We're swinging our arms. Make sure you have plenty of room so that you can swing. Can you swing your arms out? That's why you have to make your hands move back. That's it. Can you move your arms like this? Can you flap your arms? Pretend you're a bird. Clap them over your head and then clap them down to the ground. Clap them down to the ground. Clap them on your side. You could pretend you're flying. Can you put your arms straight out to the side and spin them? Sure you could glide. We could pretend we're playing. See if you can put your elbows into the side and move your arms just up to your shoulder. Can you do that? Can you shake your wrists? Shake your wrists. Shake your... Jamie, stay over here with your sister, please. Shake your wrists. Can you shake your elbows? Can you bend over and touch your toes? And then reach your hands way into the air. And yawn. Oh, and put your hands down to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you for me to see you in my magic mirror.
Romper Room friends will return after these messages.
Row, row, row your boat.
Tow, tow, tow our boat.
Ahoy! McDonald's Chicken McNugget Happy. Watch out, here comes a big wave. Where? Right here.
Here it comes, the Chicken McNuggets. Win it, free, I like it.
When you buy McDonald's Happy Meal, you get one of 4 boats and floats. The excitement is unthinkable. McDonald's boats and floats with a Happy Meal inside.
Dressed as my favorite fruit flavors, I can get close enough to grab that fruity Trix.
Hey, man, those tasty Trix flavors can't be beat. Orange is my favorite Trix to eat. The lemon is neat and the grits are sweet.
Check out the fruit suit.
Those luscious Trix flavors move me down to my feet.
Rabbit feet? Silly rabbit, pizza for kids. Part of our nutritious breakfast.
And I thought rabbit's feet were lucky.
Every year, well over 500,000 small children are poisoned. Most of these poisonings could have been avoided. Children are curious and love to touch and taste new experiences. Don't let their curiosity harm them. Whether you store cleaners and other poisonous materials on a high shelf or under the sink, make sure the cabinet is guarded by a child-proof safety latch that can withstand curious, exploring fingers. A safety message from Underwriters Laboratories.
Well, I think I'll go for a swirl.
New fruit swirl bar. Yeah.
I'll take a fruity swim, a creamy whirl. I think I'll go for a swirl.
New fruit swirl bar.
I'm gonna do a twisty, tasty swirl. I'll take on my lips on a loop-a-dee-loop. I love fruit with a creamy swirl.
The taste of cream.
Damn real fruit. I think I'll go for a swirl.
New fruit swirl bar.
I think I'll go for a swirl.
Fruit swirl bar.
Yeah, from fruit corners.
We now return to our Blue Friends.
I had a very good day today. Did everybody have a good day? Yes? All right. Alexander and Jamie are going to help me with the magic mirror, okay? You ready, Alexander? You ready, Jamie? Romper, stomper, bomper, boo, tell me, boo. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play? All my friends had fun today. I see Steph is having a special day today, and so is Reynolds having a special day. And I see Gabrielle's having a special day, and so is Alexandra. And I see Natalie having a special day, and Caroline's having a special day, and so is Kylie Ann. And I see Ryan and Jacqueline Eileen, and there's Gabriel, and I see Shannon and Deborah, and there's Matthew and Timmy and Susan, and I see Patrick and Donna, and of course, friends, you know I see you. And Granny, Kimball, Up, Paddington, and Doobie, and I will see you again. Love you, friends. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bing bong,